This is the AWOL 3500 Pro, a true 4K triple laser projector, and it's glorious. I bought an AWOL TV back in 2019, and that was a transformative experience. If you follow my channel for a while, you'll know how much I've shilled OLEDs as they're truly the best way to upgrade your gaming and movie content experience. In the last couple of years, I've been thinking about how to upgrade from that, and 8K TVs have been on my radar. The 8K OLEDs are too expensive and too unwieldy at sizes like 88 inches, which is where you take advantage of the higher resolution. So the obvious step up from my 55-inch C9 OLED was a projector, but projectors have been pretty bad traditionally for gaming because of latency, haven't had great color reproduction or contrast, and have been too dim to use in daylight. That is, until now. AWOL has been making waves with their triple laser projectors, and their flagship, the 3500 Pro, is the upgrade that I was looking for. It has taken my gaming and content consumption to a whole new level. If you haven't heard of AWOL, they are an American-based company with a physical store in Florida, and they now have a presence in Europe as well. I got the 3500 Pro from Germany, so for you Euros out there, you can get this without having to import it from another continent. The main thing I was looking for was immersion, which you can't get from a 55-inch TV, let alone a PC monitor. But I didn't want to compromise on image quality. Most of the 3D projectors out there use a color wheel and smaller lenses, but the AWOL 3500 Pro uses true 3 lasers for each of the RGB signals and an f2.0 Ricoh lens, which is currently the biggest on the market, and it's all glass, so you get perfect sharpness even in the corners of the image. This really sold it to me, as the projectors I've used before really felt short here. There's also support for Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, HDR10 and 10 Plus, which looks insane with games, as you'll see in a moment. And of course, this is an ultra short throw projector, so you don't have to hang it on the ceiling. You can keep it neatly close to the wall you'll be projecting to, or to an ALR screen, which I highly recommend you get as an extra, as that will let you make full use of the projector's color accuracy and sharpness. As the name suggests, the 3500 Pro features 3500 peak lumens, so that's just over 1000 nits, which is just incredible for a projector. In daylight or with the lights on, the image is perfectly fine. There's an upcoming model that is cheaper than the 3500 Pro, which is the 3000, and that has 3000 nits. One thing I think I failed to communicate when I first reviewed this projector a few weeks ago was that while it's definitely a sizable investment, it's by far the very best home cinema experience you can have at the moment at this price range. Especially when it comes to format support, the picture quality is superb, great color accuracy and vibrancy. It's really nothing like most of the projectors you might have seen, even the ones that claim to do 4K. But if you don't want to invest in AWOL's flagship, the LTV-3500 Pro that I'm showing here, they also have the LTV-2500 with virtually the same specs except for Control 4 support, and with a brightness of 2500 lumen at a more affordable price, and the LTV-3000 Pro with the same specs as the 3500 Pro but at 3000 lumen. With these less expensive options, you still get Dolby Vision Active 3D, the same Ricoh f2.0 real glass lens, 4K Ultra HD support, and the RGB triple laser. Now, for gaming, most projectors out there have a latency in the 50 millisecond range, which is basically unusable for games. So I was pleasantly surprised with the AWOL's 3500 Pro's Turbo mode, which lets you game at 4K 60 with only 15 milliseconds or 1080p 120Hz. Yes, this features high refresh gaming at only 8 milliseconds. This is truly a gaming-ready projector, and although I wouldn't be playing COD on this, for single-player games like Starfield or Assassin's Creed Unity, you just have to experience this in person, as it's on another level of immersion. You can project sizes from 80 inches to 150 inches. The ALR motorized floor-rising screen that I have here is 120 inches. ALR screens have 50% more gain compared to CBSP ones, and this motorized feature is awesome, as you can just hide it away when you're not using it. It comes with a remote, and you can use a USB dongle to pair it with your projector remote so you don't have to use both. Like I said, there's support for Dolby Atmos and AWOL Vision with 107% Rec 2020 color gamut and a 2500:1 contrast ratio. And there's HLG for broadcast if you want to watch live sports or something. I tested it with some 4K content off of Amazon Prime and it works seamlessly, which is one of the things that I value most. I don't like fiddling around with players or settings. I just want to press play and get the best possible version. Well, as far as streaming is concerned anyway. So the formats supported here are beyond what most TVs have, so it's a whole other experience with no compromises. The projector has 25,000 hours of life, which is a long time. If you are connecting this to an external source, the unit does have an eARC port, so it can carry high-quality audio over HDMI and uncompressed data streams like Dolby True HD Vision and DTS HD Master Audio from the projector itself to your soundbar or an AV receiver. So this is true high-end, no compromises here. There's also smart room integration with Control 4 if you are into that. You can use Alexa or Google Home, for instance, to change from home cinema mode to game mode without having to go into the menus. The projector even supports 3D. Not this kind of 3D, this kind of 3D. So you can watch those blockbusters on 3D Blu-ray, like the new Avatar movie, or one of my faves, Blade Runner 2049. You have to buy the 3D glasses separately on the AWOL website. As far as connectivity goes, on the back of the unit you have two HDMI ports, in addition to the one for the Smart TV dongle. One of these HDMI ports is eARC, as I mentioned previously. You also get AV in, so you can plug in your N64 or PlayStation 2. There's a LAN port for fast data transfer, although the projector also has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. There's another USB 2 port for your media drives, a service port, and SPDIF for optical. And the power connector is in this area also. Everything nicely laid out. I have to say I really like the cleverly thought out adapter on the back for a smart stick, and an Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K Max comes included with the projector. This is the dongle that has Wi-Fi 6 and 4K HDR support. This is what I've been using. It's set by default to HDMI 1 and it's super snappy, much more responsive than some of the Android-based interfaces that come native with some TVs out there. Having this receded area to stick the Fire TV means you don't have a dongle sticking out the back or the side of the projector. It's a really nice touch. The projector does have integrated stereo speakers and they are actually pretty good and loud at 36 watts. I had to adjust them in the EQ menu to get speech more pronounced, as the default setting focuses heavily on the bass. Now let me talk about gaming. Whereas with most projectors out there, even the high-end ones I looked at, there's always a ton of latency which makes them really not suitable for gaming. The AWOL, on the other hand, really shines here, no pun intended. Super responsive gameplay, high refresh at 1080p upscaled, or you can play native at 4K and lock your frame rate, and you get a smooth and just unmatched experience when it comes to immersion. The detail on the screen is just incredible, and in HDR mode, the contrast makes the game world come to life. It's a really transformative experience, and I haven't had this feeling of excitement over playing games since back in 2019 when I first got into that OLED life. By the way, there's support for game streaming here with Luna if you don't have a way to connect a powerful PC to the projector or the space to accommodate that. Finally, as far as movie or series watching, I like that there's a 24p mode for cinema snobs like myself, although you can adjust how much MEMC smooth motion you want. For those of you who like frame generation, this option is for you. The only scenario where I use motion smoothing is while watching soccer, and I really like that this is adjustable on the projector. I like the enhanced adaptive black level as well as the manual settings like electric focus for the lens and the 8 points keystone correction. The enhanced blacks level in a dark room are fantastic. Coming from OLED, I really didn't want to get those washed out blacks, and that's not a problem here for sure. And yeah, like I said, the fact that this projector doesn't use one of those phosphor color wheels, but instead has pure triple lasers for better color range and accuracy, less noise, and less of that rainbow effect that you see even in high-end projectors, really sold this one to me. I'm a stickler for really good image quality, and the AWOL 3500 Pro finally checks all the boxes. You even save energy as this consumes only 300 watt per hour, so that's 1/10 of most LED-based TVs. This is the upgrade to my gaming and movie and series watching experience that I've been wanting, and I can't recommend the AWOL 3500 Pro enough. It really is awesome, and you really have to see this in person to see how gigantic it is. It's incredible for gaming too, with low latency, which was a must-have for me. Check the links in the description for price and availability directly on the AWOL website, and I'll include also some affiliate links for Amazon if you want to help out the channel. Subscribe to the channel for more analysis and reviews. Thanks for watching, and until the next one.